Right. So our today's class is going to be based on speaking and specifically on brainstorming. Brainstorming is a great concept for any kind of a thing, be it speaking, be it writing. So we'll cover that in detail today. And we are live on YouTube. This class will be held in Hindi and English together. Majority of it would be in English. So I would require some volunteers who really want to improve their speaking. So just raise your hands in case you want to be a volunteer. Raise your hand in case you be volunteer. Okay, thank you, Amrita. Be a volunteer, so it will be very easy for me to handle the class and you to handle the class and to understand the class very well. So let me share my screen first. Just a second, here we are. So the class duration is going to be 1 hour from 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. This is a social media contact. Please follow us on YouTube. YouTube पे मैं almost रोज live होता हूँ. अगर आपने channel subscribe किया होगा, so it will be extremely easy for you to see and not miss out anything. ये हमारा blog है, which is absolutely a great blog. You must see it. इसमें latest मैंने cue cards डाल के रखे हुए हैं, जो आपको आने हैं till August. This is our social media handles: Instagram, Facebook, and Telegram. Same name, webberz.in. You can follow us everywhere. And that's my WhatsApp number. In case you've got a problem or you have anything to talk about, I'll be more than happy to help you out. For the people who've just joined Webberz, I would like to tell you that there is a lot of material in your login ID, in the handouts that we give, in webberz.in/blog. So you can see there is amazing amount of material everywhere. So you don't have to get worried, मेरे को material नहीं मिल रहा, मैं कहाँ जाऊँ, क्या करूँ? We are totally self-sufficient in everything. The people who've just joined, again, I'd like to clarify the pattern of the examination. This exam has got 4 modules called as listening, reading, writing, and speaking. In these modules, listening takes 30 minutes, reading 60, writing 60, and speaking is 11 to 14 or 11 to 15 minutes. There are 4 parts in listening, 3 parts in reading, 2 parts in writing, and 3 parts in speaking. 40 questions in listening and reading each, 400 words of writing, that is 115 task 1 and 215 task 2, and there are face-to-face interviews in speaking. Please ek baat ko yaad rakhiye, now that you know IDP and BC are same. So I'll just clarify it to you. IDP and BC are same. There is nothing called as British Council anymore. It is totally conducted by IDP. So we have just started calling it IELTS. We don't call it IDP or BC. अब हम सिर्फ एक ही बात करते हैं IELTS का एग्जाम. इससे बहुत सारी चीजें आसान हो गई हैं, बट इनकी फैसिलिटीज जो हैं वो आपको मैं टाइम बाय टाइम बताता रहूंगा क्या इन्होंने ऐड करी हैं. राइट नाउ फेस टू फेस इंटरव्यूज इनकी बहुत कम है. 70% of their speaking is video call speaking called as VCS. So make it very sure आप इस VCS की प्रैक्टिस जरूर करें. अगर आप वेबर्स के स्टूडेंट हैं, इस केस में आपको VCS की प्रैक्टिस हम आपके आईडी के थ्रू करवाते हैं. If you open your login ID and you click on the speaking icon, you can book a video call speaking, which will be very effective for you because you will come to know how it's actually done. So it's extremely important that you must do video call speaking. Exam के time पे जाके आप video call speaking नहीं कर सकते. That's not possible. अगर आपने पहले practice नहीं करी होगी तो. Today, our focus is going to be on speaking. The things that you have to carry in listening, reading, writing, and speaking exam are a water bottle. Please remember, it should be a clear water bottle. Clear water bottle ka matlab hai, it should not have any label around it, and it should be absolutely clear water bottle, which is transparent. That is extremely important for you to know. Next is a pencil, eraser, and a sharpener. Mera suggestion sabko yahi hota hai ki don't carry one pencil, carry about 5 pencils with you. Carry one eraser, one sharpener, and 5 pencils. The pencil that I recommend is generally extra dark pencil because it gives us a beautiful handwriting, and it should be soft lead. Soft lead ka matlab hai, it should not be very hard in writing. It should be soft. So a good pencil is the key to success in IELTS. Keep that in mind. Extremely important thing, especially in the paper-based examination. अगर आपकी pencil सही नहीं है, marks बहुत कम आते हैं, बहुत कम. Keep that in mind. Pencil, pencil, pencil. Keep that in mind. Very important. ईमेल का प्रिंट, आपको वहां से ईमेल आएगी. यू हैव टू कैरी द प्रिंट. यू हैव टू कैरी योर वैलिड ओरिजिनल पासपोर्ट. पासपोर्ट की कॉपी पहला और लास्ट पेज. एसएमएस जो आपके फोन पे आता है वो आपने साथ में लेके जाना है. आईडीपी will send you SMS. You have to carry that in your phone. Download आरोग्य सेतु ऐप. वैसे चेक तो कोई करता नहीं है, but still you have to carry it. It's always a good idea. 2 passport size photographs, 2 masks, N95 and a cotton mask will work very well with speaking. Because keep that in mind, if you are carrying a mask which is very thick and you put it all over your face, it is not possible for you to understand what the examiner is saying and what you are telling him. It is very difficult. बोलने और सुनने में दोनों में problem आती है because your ears get constricted when you wear a mask which is very strong. So be very careful to carry a thin cotton mask, and you can replace that, or you can carry a surgical mask, which works pretty well. Next thing is appearance change affidavit. In case your face is different than what was your face before when the passport got made, you have to carry an appearance changed affidavit along with you. अगर किसी को नहीं पता होगा ये क्या है, meet me after the class is over and I can help you out with the matter of this affidavit. Handicap or a medical certificate in case there is any kind of a physical impairment. So please carry it along. अगर आपको नहीं पता ये दो चीजें क्या हैं and you've got a problem, please meet me after the class is over. I am on this Zoom session till about 2 o'clock. The class will be over by 1. For the last 1 hour, I'll be taking out your problems. Speaking, brainstorming on the cue cards only. So let me clarify this first to you. What is the weightage of a cue card? So let us see the weightage of a cue card. So what is actually a cue card और उसकी weightage कितनी होती है देखते हैं. सबसे पहले आपसे इंट्रोडक्शन पूछी जाती है. That is for approximately 2 bands. उसके बाद बारी आती है cue cards की. This is 4 bands. उसके बाद बारी आती है discussion की. This is for 3 bands. So ये बात याद रखनी जरूरी है that the total is 9 bands. इसमें से सबसे important चीज cue card होती है. सबसे important. And in case your cue card goes bad, that means you might have to reappear. Reappear in the exam. Keep that in mind. Reappear in the exam because 4 bands gone, rest is left just 5 bands. And in 5 bands, what can you score? Whatever you score, it's not going to be very good. So make it sure that you speak cue card properly. और cue card का सबसे बड़ा problem है idea generation. यही नहीं होती हमसे idea generation, बाकी तो सब कुछ हो जाता है. Idea generation. एक और चीज होती है, उसे बोलते हैं idea elaboration. Idea elaboration means you have an idea and you want to expand on that idea. That is not done and the generation is not done properly. So let me just take you through how the generation of ideas is done. Elaboration हम बाद में करेंगे. What is actually an idea? Your brain comes out with a lot of things. Generally, what happens if you're not used to creating an idea, तो होता क्या है कि आप जो पढ़ते हो, आपको आइडियाज उस समय नहीं आते. जब आप बोल चुके होते हो, when you go out of the room, then you start feeling, oh God, अगर मैं ये बोल लेता कितना अच्छा होता. So basically, that is where the things go wrong. So our session today is going to be based on how to handle those things. So let us see how to handle those things. First of all, what is the format of the cue card? Cue card को हम लोग long term card भी बोलते हैं. Now, they will generally talk like this. They will say, talk about, and here is the topic. Talk about something, and the topic is here. And then it says, you should say, and then there are 4 prompts here. 4 यहाँ पे prompts पहले दिए होते हैं. Your ideas पहले ही यहाँ पे दिए हैं. But problem क्या है? अगर मैं ये ideas बोलता हूँ, तो क्यू कार्ड मेरा बहुत जल्दी खत्म हो जाता है. बहुत जल्दी. So let us see the problems. Prompts जो चारों बोले जाते हैं, they finish in 40 seconds. अगर मैं खाली उन पे focus करूँ तो. Then we are totally blank. How do you make more? Well, we have ideas to make them more. So what we generally do, this is your total cue card. So is total cue card में the prompt answers तो 40 सेकंड के ही हैं खाली. 40 seconds में आप सब कंप्लीट करके बैठ जाते हो. जो बल्क है, बल्क मतलब जो बाकी बचा सब कुछ, वो बच जाता है बहुत ज्यादा. हमने टोटल कितना बोलना है? 2 minutes. 2 minutes का मतलब क्या हुआ? 2 minutes का मतलब है 120 seconds. तो अगर मेरे 40 seconds यहां निकल गए, तो मेरे 80 seconds बोलने के लिए मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं है. I don't have anything to speak about in the next for 80 seconds. So in 80 seconds के लिए मेरे को कुछ बल्क डेवलप करना पड़ेगा, एक्स्ट्रा चीजें डेवलप करनी पड़ेगी. तो वो हम देखेंगे how to develop them. Now, how do you make bulk? That is the question. So let us start making the bulk. I'll give you a lot of interrogative words, but I want some volunteer to read for me. So Amrita is there as a volunteer. अगर कोई और भी volunteer बनना चाहता है, please raise your hand. I will unmute you. Amrita, can you just read out what is written on the screen?
How do you make bulk? What?
Next.
When?
Next.
Where? Why? Which? Whom? Whose? How?
Great. So ये चीजें हमारी बल्क में ऐड होंगी. तो हम क्या करते हैं अभी? We have a prompt answer here. हमारे पास prompt का आंसर होगा यहाँ पे. जैसे मेरे 4 सवाल हैं, चारों को मैं कवर करूंगा इधर. वहां 4 prompts होते हैं, चारों को मैंने यहाँ पे कवर करना है. So all my 4 prompts go here. Then what happens? जो 80 सेकंड का बल्क है, हम इन क्वेश्चन से डेवलप करेंगे. How do we develop that? We'll come to it now. इन वर्ड्स को याद रखिए. ये सारी की सारी वीडियो is available on YouTube. You can watch it again. It will be very useful for you. So let us see how to create this bulk. But first of all, let us understand the types of the cue cards. So we have got 5 types of cue cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. First is called as a person. Second is called as a place. Third is called as an object. And fourth is called as an event. When I mix them all, it becomes a hybrid. अब मैं आपको इसके examples दूंगा. What is a person cue card? And the best example for this is talk about an adventurous person. So यहाँ मैं लिख देता हूँ, talk about an adventurous person. Place. Talk about a place where you saw a lot of crowd. or you saw a lot of people. You saw large crowd or a lot of people. Object. Talk about a technological equipment that you want to buy in the future. So ye mera object aa gaya. So let us call it technological item, tech item. मैं आपको एग्जांपल दे रहा हूं, ये और भी आ सकते हैं, बहुत ज्यादा हो सकते हैं ये. Event. So let's say talk about a birthday party that you visited or you went to or that you attended. A birthday party. And then comes the hybrid. Hybrid is a mixture of all of them or some of them. Like talk about a toy. Now, this is an object card you got for your last birthday. And the birthday happens to be an event. So I have an event and an object mixed together. This is called as a hybrid cue card. So Amrita, you are going to help me out in creating some person cue cards. So give me 2 or 3 examples of person cue cards.
The person you admire the most.
Okay. The person you admire the most. I want one more.
Workaholic person, if you ever have met.
So I have these cue cards, a person-based cue cards. Amrita told me, talk about a person you admire. And the second is talk about a workaholic person. Now comes the place. अब बताइए place के cue cards कोई भी 2 बता दीजिए. Talk about a
place you have visited.
Place you visited recently. One more.
A historical place in your city.
Talk about a historical place. Very nice. Now the next one is an object cue card. Object मतलब कोई चीज है, उसके ऊपर cue card है. बताइए कोई 2 cue card इसके ऊपर. Talk about a
latest mobile phone that you would like to purchase.
Latest mobile phone you would like to purchase. One more. Object के ऊपर.
And
about
an application or
would like to buy. You would like to buy. Last is an event. So let us talk about events now. The first event is talk about a
family gathering.
Family gathering. Very nice. एक और बता दीजिए. Talk about a
marriage you have been to.
That you attended. Very nice. That you attended. And last becomes hybrid. Hybrid का मतलब है 2-3 cue card combined together हैं. So for example, talk about a house which is situated near the beach. So now we've got a place, we've got 2 places together. A beach is there and a house is there. This is also hybrid. So talk about an item which you wish to use in the future. So I have got an event here. What kind of thing will you use it for? And an item that is there. So these becomes hybrid. So I can make a lot of different hybrid cue cards here. Like for example, talk about a toy given by your father on your last birthday. So now I've got 3 things together: an object, a person, and an event. Triple hybrid hai ye. Dekhiye, hybrid cue cards happen to be the easiest. Why are they the easiest? Because there is a lot to talk. We can talk about a person and a place. We can talk about a person and an event. Combine them together and we get a lot of good ideas for them. So इनकी तो problem मेरे को कभी नहीं आती hybrids की. Hybrids are very easy. हमें problem mainly आती है ये 4 तरह के cue cards की. And that is what we are going to discuss here. All these 4 types of cue cards, which is a very tricky thing to handle. So Sukhbir, I'm going to unmute you as well. Sukhbir, are you there with me?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. So you'll be helping me out with Amrita. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let us go back to our presentation and we talk about types of cue cards. Now you know the different kinds of examples for every kind of a cue card. So let us talk about person cue card. अब मैं इसका बल्क तैयार करने वाला हूं. बल्क का मतलब है क्या चीजें हम बोल सकते हैं उस पर्सन के बारे में. बात कर सकता हूं उसकी हाइट कितनी है, एज क्या है, वेट क्या है, कंप्लेक्शन कैसा है, एजुकेशन कितनी है, बॉडी बिल्डअप कैसा है, फ्यूचर प्लान्स उसके क्या हैं, व्हाट आर हिज हैबिट्स, व्हाट आर हिज हॉबीज, हिज डेली शेड्यूल. So we can talk about all these things of a person, and this can easily make up about 80 seconds. Very easily we can make out 80 seconds using this, plus 40 seconds के मेरे पास prompts होते हैं, तो मेरे पास easily 120 seconds का material तैयार हो जाएगा. अब मैं आपको बताऊंगा इसको यूज कैसे करना है, डोंट वरी, बट पहले आप अपने पास इसके नोट्स बना लीजिए कि पर्सन बेस्ड क्यू कार्ड में आप लोग बल्क कैसे डेवलप कर सकते हैं. हाउ कैन यू डेवलप बल्क इन द पर्सन बेस्ड क्यू कार्ड्स. Now comes the time to add nice vocabulary, and remember one thing: if you speak good vocabulary in speaking, you get good marks, but it should be relevant. You know what is the meaning of relevant? Relevant means वो उपयुक्त vocabulary होनी चाहिए. So let me give you some very nice vocabulary words for a person-based cue cards. So let us talk about the positive qualities first. So Sukhbir, you are going to help me out in speaking out all these words.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
The first one is kind, gentle,
Yeah.
strong, resilient.
Resilient. It's pronounced.
Resilient. Okay, resilient.
Yeah.
Caring.
Yeah.
Assertive. Hardworking.
Reliable.
Reliable. And the last one is the honest.
Very nice. Very good. Now, these are the next ones. Sergeant Preet, you are there with me. I have unmuted you. Please unmute yourself and speak out these qualities. The next ones.
Tactical, responsible, loyal, mature, creative, consistent, appreciative.
Appreciative. Next. Sukhbir, once again.
Okay, sir. Capable, quick, sensitive, perceptive, patient,
Perceptive.
perceptive, patient, then
Thoughtful.
truth. Sir, truth. Sir, आ नहीं रहा उसमें hand raise है ना, तो पता नहीं चल रहा क्या लिखा है.
Okay, thoughtful, fit, trustworthy, and trustworthy.
Okay, thoughtful, fit, and truthworthy.
And trustworthy. Last ones are shows initiative, motivated, and versatile. बहुत ही अच्छी qualities हैं. इनके बारे में अपने टीचर से जानकारी लीजिए या आपको स्पीकिंग जहां पे करवाई जाती है. We have a lot of people who are helping you out in speaking. Talk to them and ask them what is the meaning of these words. Use these words for people-based cue cards. They'll be very good. देखिए, एक बात याद रखनी बहुत जरूरी है. Always talk positive. If you talk negative, you will lose marks. So it's very important to talk positive. But कभी-कभी आता है talk about a person you do not like. वहां पे हमने negative qualities बतानी होती हैं and हमारे पास negative qualities होनी चाहिए हमेशा. So let us see some negative qualities also. So these are some negative qualities. Amrita, can you just read them out for me?
Yes, sir. Angry, bewildered, clumsy, defeated, embarrassed, fierce, grumpy, helpless, jealous.
Excellent. Some more.
Lazy, mysterious, nervous, obnoxious, panicky, pitiful, repulsive, rude, scary, thoughtless.
One more.
uptight, worried.
Now, these are very good quality words, and to use negative qualities and to explain about them, we can put 2-3 words like this. And it's wonderful to use these vocabulary words. Marks बहुत अच्छे आ जाते हैं इससे. But आपको पता होना चाहिए इनको use कैसे करना है, इनके meanings क्या हैं, and what is the sentence structure that is to be used when you are using these words. They are very important. So let us talk about the next category called as place. अब place में हम क्या चीजें बोल सकते हैं? Place की location. Where is the place? We can talk about how much area that place is covering. What are the features of that place? What is the entry point? How do you enter? How do you exit? How do you feel in that place? What kind of people visit that place? Now, if I talk about these things, it becomes very simple. Let us talk about some place. So let us talk about hospital. आजकल hospital का cue card भी बहुत आ रहा है. Hospital that you recently visited. So hospital. So first of all, let's talk about the location. So I'm saying Fortis Escorts Hospital in Gurgaon, and the location is in Gurgaon. Where is it located? It's located in sector 26. What is the area? It covers about, how many pata area kitna hota hai, but generally we can talk about, like, say it covers 10 acres of land. We really don't know how much is the area, but we have to speak something, 1 acre, 2 acre, 10 acres, whatever. Features. It has a lot of features, like it has an ICU, it has a reception area, cafeteria. We can talk about diagnostic center. It has got a medical store. These are the features. Entry point. There's a barrier which we have to cross before entering that particular hospital. And the exit point is directly opposite to it. In between, there's a beautiful parking, which is tree-covered parking. How do you feel in that place? So here you can talk about how do you feel in a hospital. Obviously, you will not say, I feel very excited in a hospital. That will be the wrong word to be used here. So you can talk about the kind of feeling that you get when you go to the hospital. So we'll talk about that also. I'm just going to give you some notes regarding to that. And what kind of people visit there? So obviously, you will not say that the people who visit there are for the wedding or for the birthday party. You obviously don't go to the hospital for the birthday party. But again, you're going to talk about what kind of people visit there. So we have either visitors, attendants of the patient, or the patients visit there. And then there are employees of the hospital. They go there. So let us use some adjectives for a place. बहुत useful adjectives हैं. इनको हम पढ़ के देखते हैं क्या होते हैं. इनकी pronunciation बहुत जरूरी है. So Sergeant Preet, ready हो जाइए. आपकी बारी आएगी अभी बोलने के लिए. So Sergeant Preet, अपने आप को unmute रखिए please. Here you are.
Alive, attractive, beautiful, bustling, calm, charming, fascinating, likable, cosmopolitan.
Great. So these are different vocabulary words which can be used for places. So let us see one more. Sergeant, one more.
Enchanting, delightful, alluring, captivating, fresh, homely, cozy, inviting, inspiring, and enlivening.
Enlivening. Okay.
Enlivening.
Next, Amrita, can you read this?
Yes, sir. Motivating, lively, full of life and spirit, peaceful, calm, friendly, picturesque, scenic, beautiful.
Beautiful. Last one, Sukhbir, can you read this?
Yes, sir. Unspoiled, untouched by man, pure, vibrant, full of life.
Very nice. So next category is object-based cue cards. अभी हम object के बारे में क्या बता सकते हैं? हम object के बारे में बता सकते हैं उसकी dimensions. For example, if I'm talking about a mobile phone, so I can say it has got an 8-inch screen or a 7-inch screen. We can talk about the dimensions. We can talk about the weight. If I talk about a mobile phone, the weight of the mobile phone, again, nobody is going to measure it. Trust me. Even if you speak some lies, अगर झूठ भी बोल दोगे तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. आपने बोलना है, आपकी facts check नहीं वहाँ होते. So don't worry. Even if you say this mobile is for 1 kg, it's all right. Nobody cares for that. but generally you generally talk about it's about 200 grams. Be realistic, don't be artificial, but exact बोलने के कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Weight, material, I think you can easily talk about a material. Manufacturing, how it's manufactured, where is it manufactured, उसकी बात कर सकते हैं. Guarantee कितनी है मोबाइल की, से 1 year. Usage कैसे यूज करते हैं आप इसको, एडवांटेजेस, डिसएडवांटेजेस, प्राइस क्या है इसका. तो ये सब चीजों के बारे में अगर आप थोड़ा थोड़ा बोल दें तो आपका क्यू कार्ड का बहुत बल्क 80 सेकेंड्स तैयार हो जाता है ऑब्जेक्ट के बारे में, which is a beautiful idea and works very well. So let us talk about some adjectives of objects. So these are some qualities which you can use for objects. So let us see what they are. So Sajan,
Aerodynamic, angular,
as aerodynamic. Okay, yeah. Next,
angular, as flat as a pancake,
okay.
Asymmetrical.
यहाँ पे मैंने एक idiom यूज कर दिया है, as flat as a pancake. इसका मतलब बिल्कुल फ्लैट ऑब्जेक्ट के बारे में बात अगर करें तो. हाँ जी, नेक्स्ट ये पढ़ के बताइए.
Asymmetrical, bent, chunky, clean, concave.
Concave, it's pronounced as concave. Next, Sajid.
It's concentric, convex, cuboid, curved, deformed, fitted, flat, graceful, oval, pointed, regular, round.
Wonderful. Next,
Sculptured, shapely, similar, solid, straight, tapered, three-dimensional, two-dimensional.
so these are adjectives which can be used for objects, and we have many more adjectives, but थोड़े से याद करके रखो, that is more important. अब event के बारे में बात करते हैं. Event क्या होता है? Event के बारे में we can add a lot of bulk by saying when was it held, कब हुआ था event, where was it held, कहाँ हुआ था, क्यों हुआ था, कौन लोग थे वहां पे, क्या ऑब्जेक्टिव था इवेंट का, आप वहां पे कैसे गए, क्यों आप गए, कैसा एनवायरनमेंट था वहां का, आपने वहां पे क्या किया. So these are some of the things that can be used. And मैं एक काम करूंगा, ये मैं सारी वीडियो ना आपके लॉगिन आईडी में भी डाल दूंगा. I will add this video in your login ID because it is a very important session. So आपके login ID में, once my session is over, I will add this session in your login ID. So these are beautiful questions what you can add as a bulk in the cue card. तो आपके cue card की length 120 seconds तक easily हो जाएगी. Let us talk about some words which describe the events. And Amrita is going to help me out in this now. जी, बताइए जी, पढ़ के बताइए क्या words हैं ये.
historic, active, momentous, consequential, remarkable, busy, lively, full, exciting, fateful.
Very nice. So these are extremely good vocabulary words which can be used for events. Next.
Noteworthy, notable, memorable, dramatic, significant, important, event-filled, strenuous.
Okay. So last बताइए.
Substantial, earth-shattering, action-packed, critical, big, crucial, outstanding, monumental.
Wonderful. Last is meaningful, hectic, material. ये events के ऊपर हम words use कर सकते हैं. They are very nice words and this will, you know, जैसे कहते हैं 4 चांद लगा देगा आपके cue card के ऊपर. So these kind of words, 4-5 word लगा दो, बहुत अच्छा cue card बन जाता है इसके बाद. Now I'm going to talk about some cue cards which are universal in nature. तो ये 4 cue card ऐसे हैं जो मैं आपको करवाने वाला हूं डेप्थ में. आपको समझ आ जाएगी मैं ये क्यों करवा रहा हूं. तो मैं इनको उठा के यहां से ले जाता हूं और मैं इसको नोटपैड में अपने ऐड कर रहा हूं. ये देखिए जी, प्लेस गोल्डन टेम्पल. नाउ if you haven't visited golden temple, doesn't matter, you might have visited some kind of public place. So any kind of public place we can talk about here. अब इस place के बारे में हम बहुत चीजें बोल सकते हैं. Suppose a crowded place आ जाए, Golden Temple आ सकता है. A place you recently visited, ये भी Golden Temple आ सकता है. So मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं आपको कि आप Golden Temple का एक क्यू कार्ड properly तैयार करके रख लो, ready it properly, and then you can keep on modifying the cue cards which come along. I have calculated that something close to 100 cue cards can be spoken about Golden Temple. So आप मेरे को बोलोगे कौन-कौन से cue cards है जहां पे हम Golden Temple बोल सकते हैं. Talk about a place where you saw a lot of water. Talk about a peaceful place. Talk about a crowded place. Talk about a place where you had food. Talk about a religious place. Talk about a historical place. तो कितने ही क्यू कार्ड इसके अंदर बन जाते हैं. तो अभी तो मैं आपको कह रहा हूं कि पास्ट टेंस है. We can also talk about the future tense. Talk about a place you want to visit. Talk about a historical place you want to visit. Then comes the combinations, you know. Talk about the historical place you went with your class. Talk about a historical place you went with your friends. So इस तरह की चीजें बोलने से क्या होगा? That we can easily talk about Golden Temple. उसका बल्क तैयार है, क्यू कार्ड तैयार है, उसको मॉडिफाई करना है एंड उसे हमने फिट कर देना है हर एक जगह. So this is called as a template. So अगर आप Golden Temple की template develop कर लेते हैं, it becomes very easy for you to talk about a lot of cue cards, a lot of cue cards. So let us talk about wedding. Similar is the case with the wedding. We can talk about many events. Now, for example, if the topic comes to be birthday party, or it comes out to be a retirement party. So can I talk about the wedding? Of course you can. You can talk about the same facilities, but bride and groom की जगह हम birthday boy या birthday girl बिठा देंगे. That's the only difference. Rest everything is same. There is food, there is snacks, there are drinks, there are activities like a DJ or some dance floor, something is there. You can talk about the same thing in the retirement party. So वेडिंग पार्टी का क्यू कार्ड हम बहुत जगह पे यूज कर सकते हैं. अगर आपको कुछ और भी बोला जाता है, say talk about a speech that you attended, उसमें वेडिंग पार्टी यूज कर सकते हैं. Not exactly, but we can modify it. People are same, grouping is same, there is going to be a break in between, there is a stage, so we can talk about similar things. Ideas are similar, we can elaborate them very easily. So let's see the next thing. My next is a mobile phone. Here is an object. I can talk about a technological innovation. I can talk about an item you want to buy. Talk about a thing that you lost. Talk about a thing that you found. Talk about a gift someone gave you. Talk about a gift you got from somebody. Talk about a gift you are planning to give to somebody. तो इस तरह की चीजें हम सारी मोबाइल फोन की टेम्पलेट यूज करके उसमें आराम से बोल सकते हैं. Then comes the case of a person-based cue cards. If you develop a cue card on mother, you can easily talk about this cue card for your friend, for your father, because the qualities, the structure is the same. Height आ गई, weight आ गया, complexion आ गया, education आ गई, future plans आ गए, daily habits आ गई, daily schedule आ गया. You can talk about these things and immediately you'll be able to speak out a lot of things. So let's see the next cue card. Now comes case of hybrid. So अगर आप इन चारों cue card के templates बना लेते हैं, I would say templates. If you make templates of these cue cards, in the hybrid you can mix the templates. You can mix the vocabulary. You can mix the bulk, what I have told you, जो मैंने bulk बता के आपको दिया है, and you are ready with a lot of cue cards. So any type of cue card comes to you, you can easily talk about it. That is not a problem at all. So suppose topic आया, talk about a book. उसको हम use कर सकते हैं बहुत easily. We have a digital book. I read it on my mobile phone, so you can talk about that. But if it's a paper-based book, then you can talk about another book. Dimensions क्या है, weight क्या है, we talk about those things. So this is a pretty easy way to handle your cue cards and the brainstorming. Now, in case of the next part of the lecture, I am going to explain you noट्स कैसे बनाए जाते हैं. देखिए एग्जामिनेशन में क्या होता है, आपके पास एक पेंसिल होती है, एक पेपर होता है और आप लोगों ने इसमें नोट्स बनाने हैं. तो नोट्स कैसे बनते हैं मैं आपको वो सिखाने वाला हूं. ये आपका पेपर है, ये आपकी पेंसिल है. मेरे पास 100 तरीके हैं नोट्स बनाने के, बट उसमें से सबसे बेस्ट तरीका कौन सा है हम उसे फिगर आउट करेंगे. देखिए बहुत से लोग क्या करते हैं, नोट्स ही नहीं बनाते, तो क्या होता है उनका रिपीट होना शुरू हो जाता है. So generally what people do is they put a small circle here like this. You can see a small circle and then they put small lines out of it. So this is called a brainstorming eye. This is a brainstorming eye. ये typical case है जहां पे आपने बना के brainstorming कर दिया. For example, a topic comes to you. Talk about a person who helped you in your childhood. So I say my mother helped me in my childhood. So बीच में मैं mother लिख दूंगा. 4 prompts होते हैं वहां पे. पहला, when did that person help you? So when I was in my class 5, in my 5th standard, how did he or she helped you? She helped me in studying. Why do you remember it? That I became very motivated. Last, what is the importance of helping people? You can guide them and be their mentor if you help people. So here मैंने सारी चीजें लिख के लगा ली, 4 prompts लिख के लगा दिए. अब 2-3 prompts खाली बचे हैं. यहाँ पे मैं qualities लिख देता हूँ मदर की अपनी 2-3 qualities. हेल्पफुल आ गई, डिलीजेंट आ गया, कुछ भी लिख सकता हूँ. मैंने आपको काफी क्वालिटीज दे दी हैं. और यहाँ पे 1-2 चीजें और, हाइट, वेट, बल्क यहाँ डाल दूंगा. तो सारा बल्क डालने से क्या होगा, मेरा पूरा क्यू कार्ड तैयार हो जाएगा. तो ये एक तरीका है डिस्कस करने का. मेरे पास और बहुत से तरीके हैं इसको हैंडल करने के. एक और तरीका देखते हैं हाउ टू डू दैट. सो इस केस में आई एम गोइंग टू मेक अ लिस्ट. इस तरह की लिस्ट. दिस ऑल्सो वर्क्स आउट वेरी वेल, वेरी वेल. इट्स वंडरफुल. एक और तरीका है, आई डिवाइड माई पेज इनटू 4 पार्ट्स लाइक दिस. यहां पे पहले प्रॉम्प्ट का आंसर, दूसरे का, तीसरे का और चौथे का. इससे क्या होता है, आपके ब्रेन में ऑर्गेनाइज थॉट प्रोसेस चलता है. मेरा पर्सनल फेवरेट इज दिस. This is my personal favorite. I love this kind of a thing because it organizes your brain very well and nothing goes wrong in this. Nothing goes wrong in this. So this is a wonderful way to talk about a cue card. Now let us practice some cue cards using all the techniques that I have told you so that you are able to handle any kind of cue card in your examination. तो अब हम हैंडल करेंगे जी कुछ क्यू कार्ड्स को. ये मैंने आपको टेम्पलेट्स दे दी. So here are the latest cue cards which are going to come or which have come in the previous examination. Talk about a uniform that you wore in the past. So हम help लेते हैं जी यहाँ लोगों की. तो पहले अमृता की help लेते हैं हम. अमृता, what do you think ये cue card किस type का है?
So it is object based.
Very good. It is object based. तो यहाँ पे मैं dimensions, price, manufacturing, मटीरियल सबकी बात कर सकता हूं. डिस्क्राइब इट में मैं सबकी बात कर सकता हूं. सो द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हेन एंड वेयर वाज इट. आपने कहां पे यूनिफॉर्म पहनी, तो यहां पे मेरा इवेंट आ सकता है. वेरी गुड आइडिया. इफ आई ऐड एन इवेंट, से इट वाज रिटायरमेंट पार्टी ऑफ माय बॉस or we were called by the board of directors, so everybody had to wear a uniform. So you can talk about an event here. How did you feel about wearing the uniform? So then you have to talk about your feelings. तो यहाँ 3-4 words feeling के अगर हम डाल दें, तो it becomes a great cue card. So let us see what Amrita has to talk about here. Amrita, can you just give me a brainstorming idea for this, please?
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
So there are times when we have to wear uniform. There are timings when we love to wear the uniform also. We used to wear uniform when we were in school.
Just want the idea, nothing else. खाली ideas चाहिए. Describe it. पहले इसके ideas बता दो मेरे को थोड़े से. Describe it. Just the ideas.
How the color.
The color.
How
Material.
the material, the clothing, and how.
Logo. Right?
Right, sir.
We can talk about price also. You can talk about where you got it stitched from. Okay?
And
So
where we bought it from if we purchased it.
from. यहाँ stitched from आ जाएगा, यहाँ पे आएगा where did you buy it from. ठीक है? तो ये buy या stitch कुछ भी बात कर सकते हैं. तो ये मेरा बन गया describe it. अब where and when it was. खाली ideas दीजिए मेरे को पहले. उसके बाद में combine करेंगे सारे. जी.
The event where we went to, where we wore the uniform. So we can talk about the event, the time,
talk about the event, we can talk about the time, we can talk about the duration, we can talk about the people who were there, and we can talk about other people wearing uniform. Others wearing uniform. अब देखो कितना कुछ तैयार हो गया मेरा. Last, how did you feel about? Give me some nice adjectives here, nice qualities. How did you feel?
Amazing, over the moon. I was over the moon.
I was over the moon. I felt proud on wearing a uniform. And what other things? I felt comfortable. And I felt a part of a larger group. I felt a part of a larger group, right? That I belong to some place. जैसे military वाले uniform पहनते हैं, बड़ा वो उनको feeling होती है, nationalism की feeling होती है. तो ये देखो मेरे सारे क्यू कार्ड के आइडियाज तैयार हो गए. अब कोई भी रीजन नहीं है कि मेरा ये कम होगा, तो मैं इसका साइज छोटा करके लिख देता हूं, तो आपके लिए इजी हो जाएगा इसको देखना एक ही बारी में. देखिए कितने आइडियाज मेरे पास आ गए. मैंने इसमें बल्क यूज कर दिया और सब चीजें तैयार हो गई. सो अमृता, कैन नाउ यू जस्ट टॉक अबाउट इट?
Sure, sir.
Just speak about for 1 minute. Okay, more than enough. Just speak about it for 1 minute.
All right, so there are times when we need to wear uniform, and recently when I wore uniform, it was the event when I used to study in Actor Prepares, Anupam Khir Academy. So there was an event which was organized by my teacher, and he gave different roles to different students. And I was given the role of an air hostess. I was supposed to wear the uniform of an air hostess. So when I wore it, I went to market, I went to Bandra market, and I purchased it from there. And it was a very comfortable uniform. And I felt a sense of proud when I was wearing that uniform. And everybody who was there was appreciating, because that was the first time when I wore that uniform. I also felt amazing. It was a wonderful moment. Each and every person which was present there complimented me, and my teacher, even after the class, he called me and he complimented. I felt very different because I had never worn that uniform before. So when I wore it and when I looked at myself, I also felt very good about myself. So that was a proud moment, memorable moment, which I never forget in life. So that is something. I have the memories related to that event also. I have the pictures which I shared with my friends. So,
thank you so much, Amrita. Okay, now Amrita, remember one thing. Whenever you speak about a cue card, हमेशा आपने sequence follow करनी है. पहला ये बोलना है, उसके बाद ये बोलना है, और लास्ट में आपने ये बोलना है. You spoke very well. अगर मेरे को कोई बोले आपको बैंड्स देने के लिए, I can easily give you a band score of ये 4 बैंड्स का होता है क्यू कार्ड. So this is out of 4 bands. तो मैं आपको easily 3 bands दे सकता हूं इसमें. अब आप बोलोगे आपने मेरे को 4 क्यों नहीं दिए या आपने मेरे को 3.5 क्यों नहीं दिए? तो उसका रीजन ये है कि आपने इन तीनों को थोड़ा मिक्स कर दिया. तो मैं थोड़ा सा कंफ्यूज हो गया कि भाई अमृता कौन सा वाला पार्ट पहले बोल रही है. Got the idea? अगर इन तीनों को बोला होता तो मैं वो 3.5 इजिली दे देता. 3.5 का मतलब हुआ कि आपकी 8 बैंड आने की संभावना ओवरऑल बहुत ज्यादा हो जाती है. 3 का मतलब है that you will be able to score 7. देखो होता क्या है, when we talk about, let me just show you one more thing. How do you get 7 band score? So let us make the size little bigger and I'll give you the formula on how do you score a 7 band. How do you score 7 plus or 7? Now, if your cue card gets you out of 4, say 3 out of 4, आपका इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट जो होता है ना वो बहुत इजी होता है. तो बहुत लोगों को मैंने देखा है उसमें 1.5 आउट ऑफ 2 या इवन 2 आउट ऑफ 2 भी ले लेते हैं. तो उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आती उनको. और अब बच गई डिस्कशन. डिस्कशन में आउट ऑफ 3 होता है. तो अगर आपके 2 आउट ऑफ 3 भी आ जाते हैं तो तब भी आपके 7 बैंड की स्कोर आ सकती है आराम से. अगर यहाँ 2.5 आ जाते हैं तब 7.5 आ जाते हैं. डिस्कशन भी ज्यादा मुश्किल नहीं होती. दिस इज इजी एंड इवन द इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट इज इजी. So even if you get 3 out of 4 in the cue card, that is a pretty good score, but you should aim for 3.5 out of 4 or you should aim for 4 out of 4. Now how that will come? This will come if you are organized. अगर आप ऑर्गेनाइज तरीके से बोलेंगे अपना क्यू कार्ड तब ये आ जाएगा आपका. और 4 on 4 कब आते हैं? जब आप idioms यूज करते हो, अच्छी वोकैबुलरी यूज करते हो, रेलेवेंट वोकैबुलरी यूज करते हो, तो ये आ जाते हैं. ये चीजें बन जाती हैं. तो ये इतना मुश्किल नहीं है इसको करना. इट इज नॉट दैट डिफिकल्ट. So all you need to do is just understand मैंने logic क्या लगाना है इसके पीछे and you easily get a very good PAN score. So Amrita, that was very nice. Amrita, would you like to try one more?
Sure, sir.
Okay. Now, you know why am I telling you this? Because you did not follow the sequence. Now I want you to follow the sequence. Okay?
Okay, sir.
But follow the sequence. Okay. Now read this topic for me first.
Describe a place where you read and
It is not read, it is read.
okay, it is present, sir.
Yeah.
Describe a place where you read and write apart from your home. Please say what place is this? How often do you visit it? Why do you like this place?
Wonderful. अब ये पहले बात बताइए, ये कौन से टेंस का है?
Present tense, sir.
It is present and past, both. How often do you visit it? यहाँ पे आएगा, I have been visiting it for quite some time. Right? So it's
Yes.
a combinatorial cue card. It talks about 2 tenses. ये जरूर याद रखना है आपने. What kind of tense am I going to use for the cue card? Because majority of the people lose out in grammar because they don't cover the tense properly. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
तो what play? ये पहले तो बताइए किस टाइप का cue card है ये?
It's a hybrid.
It is a hybrid cue card. Okay. Now, what kind of things are there?
So place it is actually because I'm little getting confused because why do you like this place? It is place, sir.
Okay, now remember it's a hybrid. There's a place where you read and write apart from your home. अब ये place क्यों है? देखो ये ना, how often do you visit it? Why do you like this place? What place is this? इसमें
Yes.
reading करनी है जो event है और writing करनी है जो event है.
Yes, sir.
और ये place है जो कि मेरी एक library बन गई. So I can talk about a library. This is a hybrid cue card. I read and I write there. Okay? So
Yes, sir.
इसको what place is this? So I'll talk about library. तो यहाँ पे मेरा बल्क आ जाएगा. कहाँ पे लाइब्रेरी है, कैसी है, कितनी बड़ी है, लोकेशन क्या है, एंट्री पॉइंट क्या है, एग्जिट पॉइंट क्या है, कैसे लोग वहां आते हैं, कैसी फीलिंग आपको होती है. हाउ ऑफन डू यू विजिट इट? ये बन जाएगा. व्हाई डू यू लाइक दिस प्लेस? यहाँ पे कुछ फीलिंग्स आ जाएंगी हमारी. लाइक दिस प्लेस क्यों है? तो अभी इस पे पहले हम नोट्स बनाएंगे. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
If you have a piece of paper, I request you to make some notes. And I will teach you how to make notes here so that all the students come to know how the notes are to be done. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Piece of paper and put a square there. वहां पे square बनाइए. उस पेपर के ऊपर square बनाइए. Perfect. If you put on your camera, it will be great. We can see it how you do it, and we can teach the students how to do it.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
So just one moment, please.
Please do that.
Sir, can I do it that way? So you were telling about the square, sir.
Wait, put on your camera. I'll tell you how to do it.
Okay, sir. So
Wonderful.
you were telling about the square. So if I make it, because only 3 prompts are there. So if I make it this way, the 3 sections.
Amrita, make a square, please. Make a square. Yeah, make a square. Perfectly fine. Now, in the first part of the square, you are going to add the first question's answer. What place is this? So add the first answers. In the first part, add what place is this? Add it there.
Yes, sir. I have added.
Done? Great.
Yes, sir.
So rest of the students who are in the classes also, I suggest you to please make this kind of a square and keep on adding what I'm telling you. And whatever Amrita is also doing, please keep on doing that also. Please keep on doing that. Okay. So now what have you written in the first part?
Sir, I have written a computer center.
Yeah, perfectly fine. You read and write there. Okay,
Yes, sir.
great.
So could you show me your screen, please?
Share the screen once again.
So just give me one moment, please.
So start making this. Draw a square. In the first part, what place is this? उसके ऊपर लिखो. It is a computer center or is it a library? कुछ भी चीज जो भी आपको लगता है आपने प्लेस के बारे में बात करनी है वो वहां पे लिख दीजिए. उसको डिस्क्राइब कीजिए वहां पे. कितना बड़ा स्पेस है, एंट्री पॉइंट क्या है, एग्जिट पॉइंट क्या है, कितनी बुक्स हैं वहां पे, कितने लोग काम करते हैं वहां पे. तो ये सारी चीज वहां पे लिखी आ जाए. इन द सेकेंड पार्ट, हाउ ऑफन डू यू विजिट इट, उसकी बात करेंगे हम. तो मैं आपको एक क्यू कार्ड इस तरह से बना के दिखा देता हूं. कैसा बनेगा ये? तो मेरा पहला पार्ट में से आई टॉक अबाउट लाइब्रेरी या कंप्यूटर सेंटर, लाइक अमृता इज सेइंग कंप्यूटर सेंटर. तो मैं इस कंप्यूटर सेंटर में क्या करता हूं? आई रीड एंड राइट देयर. सो पहली चीज, what where is the computer center? Suppose it is located in Connaught Place in Delhi, or you say it is located on Lawrence Road in Amritsar, or anywhere in a village, anywhere in any place. So you can talk about where is the place. How big is the place? So मैं बात करता हूं, it is about 800 square feet. फिर मैं बात करता हूं 800 स्क्वायर फीट का प्लेस है ये. देन उसमें कितनी बुक्स हैं, कितनी जगह है बैठने को. आई से इट गॉट टेबल्स, चेयर्स, सिस्टम्स, कंप्यूटर सिस्टम्स पड़े हुए हैं. तो रफ आइडिया हो गया. हाउ मेनी पीपल आर वर्किंग? से 10 पीपल वर्क देयर. तो मेरा ये पहला पार्ट कंप्लीट हो रहा है. अब मेरा आ गया सेकंड पार्ट. सेकंड पार्ट क्या है मेरा, उसको देखते हैं. सेकंड पार्ट है हमारा हाउ ऑफन डू यू विजिट इट. तो आप कितनी बारी इसको विजिट करते हैं उस जगह को. How often do you visit it? So say you visit it every day and you visit it in the afternoon. And why do you visit it? Before the exams. So before the exams, in the afternoon, you visit every day. So second part complete हो गया. अब आ गया मेरा third part. तो third part में मैंने क्या करना है, उसकी स्क्रीन देखेंगे. Why do you like this place? So it is number one, it has got very good energy. It has got a lot of people who are studying there, who are reading there, who are doing computer programming. तो इस तरह की बात हम थर्ड पार्ट में कर सकते हैं. तो फोर्थ पार्ट खाली रहेगा, doesn't matter, रहने दो खाली, just doesn't make a difference. तो अब हम देखते हैं कि अमृता ने कितना बनाया. अमृता, what have you made? Show it on the screen. What have you made?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, I'm just still writing. So in the first part, I've written computer center. It is at Hazratganj. There are around 50 computers, 20 teachers are there, around 100 chairs are there. And I visit that place daily because the classes are conducted. That's not very legible, sir. So the classes are conducted daily. And why do I like? Because the ambience is very good. And the teachers are friendly. So I'm still writing actually, sir. So
Okay.
The teachers are friendly, and there I study animation, 3D animation, and they teach whatever they teach. I can write all that also, sir.
You have to know this is only read and write. It is not about teaching.
No.
The moment you speak about teaching, it will go off topic and the marks will go down.
So cannot talk about that what they teach and what they do?
No, no, you cannot. You cannot. Understand the cue card again. Understand the cue card again. Talk about a place where you read and write. इसमें ये नहीं लिखा you learn apart from your home. And it is very easy to get digressed from this cue card. Digression का मतलब होता है आपने straight line में बोलना है, आप एक्स्ट्रा चीजें ऐड करके ऑफ टॉपिक हो जाते हैं, आपके यहाँ पे बैंड स्कोर नीचे गिर जाती है. The band score goes down. It is read and write. So this is how we handle the cue card. Now,
So,
first place.
Last topic, sir. Why do you like this place? Because the ambience is good and the energy level of people is very good, and the students are energetic, and I feel good at that place because the place is spacious. It is an open place and the halls are big.
Absolutely. So are you clear with the concept?
Yes, sir.
Organized, one by one, brainstorming, filling the bulk, and that is what we do. So with
Yes.
this, we come to the end of our session. So thank you, Amrita, for helping me out.
Thank you, sir.
And so we will just do a small recap before we wind up this session. And after that, we have a small event for you all. So what we did in the class was this. I gave you my social media contacts. I told you where you can find more material. I cleared the pattern of the examination. I told you what to carry for the exam. Then we did speaking brainstorming. I told you what is brainstorming, cue card का format क्या होता है, क्या problems हमें आती हैं, bulk किस तरह से बनाया जाता है, और हमारे पास 4 types के cue cards हैं. उन चारों टाइप्स के क्यू कार्ड के ऊपर कौन से क्वेश्चंस ऐसे हैं जो हम बल्क में ऐड कर सकते हैं. मैंने आपको कुछ क्वालिटीज भी सिखाई, नेगेटिव क्वालिटीज, पॉजिटिव क्वालिटीज, प्लेस के बारे में बताया, प्लेस के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स बताए, ऑब्जेक्ट के बारे में बताया, ऑब्जेक्ट के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स बताए, इवेंट्स के बारे में बताया, और इवेंट्स के जो वर्ड्स डिस्क्राइब करते हैं उसके बारे में मैंने आपको जानकारी दी. फिर मैंने आपको बताया कि there are some multi-purpose cue cards which you can easily use as a template for many other cue cards. Then we talked about 2-3 cue cards more, and we finished off with our class. So this class is available on YouTube, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel, I suggest you to please subscribe. See you on Sunday with the next class exactly at the